Hi everyone. So if you check out my channel right now, you will notice that I recently unlisted my last video on Zara Kay because of certain issues. So even though I mentioned the charges against her correctly, I still mentioned that she was arrested for blasphemy, which I believe can be justified in certain ways. I personally believe that. However, that's not entirely a fact because that's not the legal charge against her. So, Tanzania is a Christian majority secular country in Africa. However, there are activists who are often persecuted in that country, and Zara Kay is an ex-Muslim and women's rights activist. Now, when she arrived in Tanzania to visit her family on December 28th, apparently a family member of hers called her and asked her to visit the police station. She tweeted the same day that she was being reported in for on the accusations of blasphemy. Now, that led many of her followers to believe that she has been arrested for blasphemy or something. Now, it is, I think, justified to believe that she has been because the charges against her are still very ridiculous, which I mentioned in the previous video. The charges against her are using the SIM card of a relative which was not registered under her own name but a relative's name, which is actually a very common phenomena if you are living abroad and you are going back to visit your family in your home countries. It happens all the time and it's so bizarre to even think that it's illegal. And the another charge is that she didn't return her Tanzanian passport after gaining an Australian citizenship. So Zara Kay is currently an Australian citizen and she was born in Tanzania. She moved to Australia and has an Australian citizenship. She is the founder of an organization called the Faithless Hijabi, which ensures the rights, human rights, and protects ex-Muslim women, and which is a very great noble cause, and I completely support her in that. However, as an ex-Muslim activist, she is often targeted by the Muslim community, by the hardcore Muslim community. And in this certain case, in this specific case, the local um, her former Shia community that she was a part of, they have a vendetta against her. So it is very likely, I believe, that they conspired with the local police to teach her a lesson. So the community that she was a part of is called Khoja Shia Itna Asheri Jamaat, which probably is trying to persecute her. And in her tweets, she did mention them. She has been mentioning that they have been harassing her and her family. And she also mentioned that she has been reported in for blasphemy. However, the legal charges, the actual charges against her are not for blasphemy. Now you can say that, oh, not returning a passport is certainly a crime. No, but yes, it can kind of justify it. I guess, I mean, that's more reasonable of a charge. But with everything that going on with her, like for example, she has been asked why she left Islam and certain things, like it kind of believes that yeah, there's more going on. Also, the fact that how can a local police station just know that this person, such and such person, hasn't returned their Tanzanian passport? Like, I don't think the local police can really know that. And then there's the other thing of SIM card, which I already mentioned is a completely ridiculous charge. And apparently, Tanzanian police and certain organizations, the um religious communities and everyone, like the Tanzanian government, they have used the charge of using a SIM card registered under someone else's name as a means to persecute former activists, like activists before, such as there was this comedian in Tanzania who was arrested on the charge of using a different SIM card not registered under his own name, and the same is true for Zara Kay. What's the similarity between them? They are both activists, so I think it is fair to say that that charge is just used to persecute activists. And as an activist, what is Zara Kay known for? She is known for being an ex-Muslim and women's rights activist. Now, what, who does an ex-Muslim activist have to fear the most? If they are in fear of persecution, it would certainly be Islamists. Now, that's probably, and why would Islamists persecute her? Well, for speaking against Islam and for just leaving Islam. Like she's an apostate, and Islam doesn't look kindly upon apostates. Islam is really harsh on them. And there's another charge on her, which is like speaking against the government and the handling of the COVID pandemic, the Tanzanian government's poor handling of the COVID pandemic. And that's another like stupid charge, I think, because I mean, of course, it is stupid. Like that is, of course, stupid, but the local police won't know, I think, unless there's like there's some orders from the government, which could be there. I still don't have much views on that. However, the reason I wanted to make this particular video is that because I mentioned that she was arrested for blasphemy, which I still believe was motivated by art. I wanted to clarify that the legal charge against her is not blasphemy. So even though I do believe that blasphemy was the motivation behind her arrest, I don't believe that. I mean, it's not about believing. It's not true that blasphemy was the actual charge that was used against her. So I just wanted to make this clear because from the previous video that's now unlisted, people could have easily misinterpreted it to say that the ex-Muslim movement and the supporters of Zara Kay are providing misinformation and disinformation, which I really don't want to happen. After what I saw on Twitter, there's like a huge divide in the ex-Muslim community, with most people I know, I am friends with, are still supporting Sarge, but certain people have gone on the opposite end. The last time I checked, people like Apostate Prophet and many others have apologized for going against Zara Kay with not too much information, and Zara Kay is still in threat. Her life is still in kind of a danger, so it will be really appreciated if you still keep using the hashtags Justice for Zara Kay and Release Zara Kay, Free Zara Kay. Now you might have heard that, well, she is out on bail. Now the problem with that is like she's just out on bail. She is not a free person. A free person is not said to be out on bail. So she still has to visit the police station regularly, and they are doing checkups on her and like and asking her ridiculous questions. Like the question was asked why she left Islam. They shouldn't have anything to do with her, what her beliefs are, anything like that. um so just wanted to put that out, and there have been like people who have been leaking content that I was not aware of. I am not in any of the closed groups. I just want to help, even though I'm a fairly small channel. I just want to stand with her in support of her and the rest of the community. But yes, so that's it. And there are other people who have made videos. For example, Harris Sultan made a video, Mimsy Vids made a video, Atheist Republic did an entire live stream with Armin Susanna and Harris Sultan. So I will link to those videos in the description. I will also link to an article about more about her situation, the latest update that there is, and also a way to support her in more ways. So thank you for watching. I hope I am making it clear what her charges against her. I really hope I am not making any mistakes, but please be sure that though this video contains any mistakes, it's just my personal view on my opinions, and this is my personal video. I don't represent the entire movement, so please don't go, if I do make any mistakes here, please don't go demonizing the entire movement or other people for that. So thank you for watching. See you until next time. Hashtag justice for Zara Kay.